Alright, all you streetlight crusaders, and I guess a couple of you insomniacs out there celebrating our late night milestone for tonight, welcome back to the Tuesday Night Special. And apparently Barney is currently outside trying to fix the sandwich known as my car after Dan the Weatherman's dude decided to crash into the back of it and crash it into several other cars that was parked down the street. So yeah, apparently according to the note I got from the maestro over here, Dan the Weatherman's dude now owes well over $35,000 in damages to cars and property as of this week. And also owes the town a new one-way sign that's stuck on the back of his car. He never took that off? Oh man, he's gonna be in some trouble by next week. But besides that trouble that Dan the Weatherman's dude is in currently and most likely gonna be in for the next couple of days, I think it's time for us to go into one of my favorite parts of the show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, none other than the Indy Report, which is me giving you guys 2 news stories, followed up by local concert information from local artists performing in a local area live near you. And in our first news story, an exciting news for you Borderlands fans who's been chomping at the bit for the 4th DLC that will feature Krieg the Psycho. Wait no more, because it's been announced that this DLC will be coming out as of September 10th of 2020. And I, for one, who really did love Krieg the Psycho as a character, really hope to get my hands on Krieg the Psycho, but in this DLC, you will hop into the mind of Krieg the Psycho, which is just as exciting, and I got a feeling it's gonna probably be one of the craziest adventures I've been on yet in the world of Borderlands. And almost as crazy as going into the hard drive processor of one Claptrap. But yeah, there's gonna be some crazy things in this game, and one of the things we've seen thus far during the trailer is a floating train. So I'm already excited for it. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out the cool trailer for this DLC that is being called Psycho Krieg and the Fantastic Fustercluck, you can go ahead and check it out on the Twitter page of one man only known as Borderlands 3 to check it out for yourselves. Fantastic Fustercluck. Man, if I hadn't gotten that wrong, I got a feeling the FCC would have knocked on our doors by morning. Anyway, folks, in other news, and more or less TV news, for you fans out there who always hoped for a Home Improvement reunion, well, technically by next year, you'll get one. Because it's been announced as of this week, a part of Netflix for next year, that there will be a TV series entitled Assembly Required that will actually have contestants competing to breathe new life into everyday household items in desperate need of fixing. And Tim the Toolman Taylor would go on to say the following. Let's face it, we're living in a throwaway society. We buy, break, replace, rinse and repeat. Whatever happened to repair and rebuild? There are some people who unfriend, unfollow, and dispose of anything that offends, annoys, or breaks. So I've created a show to remind people of the satisfaction and pride that comes from rebuilding something on their own. And we'll go on further by saying, and who better to join me than my buddy from the old Tool Time days, Richard Karn. Now we're talking more power. And would go on further by saying, Albert Einstein once said, I'm not a genius, I'm passionately curious. Well, let's get curious. Even a chimpanzee would at least show interest, right? Wait, I just came up with another idea for the show. Arr, arr, arr. And I, for one, after hearing that statement and the concept of this show, am automatically in love with it no matter what in the world happens to it after the 10 episodes is given on Netflix. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, this show will debut on Netflix, and I can't wait to see what in the world Tim the Toolman Taylor and Karn has planned for this said show. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other further details of this said cool show, you can go ahead and head on over to the website only known as consequencesofsound.net, or on over to the Twitter page of Netflix to check it out for yourself. Now, here's hoping in the near future for that show that if they do try to fix anything, it doesn't go haywire like half of the things that did during Tool time for that show. I really hope. And with that said, folks, I think it's time for us to go into the concert information for this week, and we kick things off with Wednesday, August 26th. And the first band that we have up is Nancy Malkoon, who's going to be performing at the Exit Zero filling station in Cape May, New Jersey at 5 p.m. Kenny Curio is going to be performing at the Sweetwater River Deck in Hamilton, New Jersey at 6 p.m. Brian Kirk and the Jerks is going to be performing at the Jack Baker's Wharfside Restaurant and Patio Bar in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey at 6 p.m. And to finally wrap it up for Wednesday night, you can see Gerald Esposito, who's going to be performing at the Aqua Blue Kitchen and Cocktails in Tom Rivers, New Jersey at 7 p.m. And before the maestro says anything, let me put respect on the man's name. It's Gerald Esposito. Yeah, just to make you happy, maestro. But besides that nod of approval that the maestro gave me for that correction, for Thursday, August 27th, you can see these following bands performing in a local area near you live. Nancy Malkoon is going to be performing at the Tuckahoe Inn in Beasley Point, New Jersey at 5 p.m. Dom Grasso is going to be performing at the Crab House at 2 Mile Landing in Wildwood, New Jersey at 5 p.m. Kyle is going to be performing at the Marley's Gotham Grill in Hackettstown, New Jersey at 5 p.m. Stu Hooten is going to be performing at the Ron West End Pub in Long Branch, New Jersey at 6 p.m. The Coots and Jeff Gunther is both going to be performing at the Virulent Store in West Milford, New Jersey at 6 p.m. You can also see Annie Missinaro and Chris Palmieri, who's both going to be performing at the Zendery's New Bridge Inn in New Milford, New Jersey at 6 p.m. Lester Rose, Valerie V, and Valerie Roses is all going to be performing at the Mayor's Tavern in West Cape May, New Jersey at 6 p.m. And to finally wrap it up for Thursday night, you can see Nikki Espafoni, who's going to be performing at the Captain Jack's Island Grill in Wildwood, New Jersey at 7 p.m. And for Tuesday for next week, which is the 1st of September, you can see these following bands performing in a local area live near you. Slaughter is going to be performing at the Big Rock Summer Tour in Homondale, New Jersey at 12 p.m. Dom Grasso is going to be performing at the Boathouse in Wildwood, New Jersey at 7 p.m. The Predator Dub Assassins is going to be performing at the live stream from the Dub Shack in Anywhere, New Jersey at 8 p.m. And to finally wrap it up for Tuesday for next week and all the bands we're going to mention for this week, you can see none other than Jerry Lee Miller, who's going to be performing at the Linden Summer Concert Series in Linden, New Jersey at 8 p.m. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out the complete list of bands that we couldn't list during this very broadcast, and trust me folks, there were a lot of them, you can head on over to ReverbNation.com to check out the complete list of bands that we couldn't list during this very broadcast. And like I say at the end of all of these skits, go out there, support your local artists, and see these guys perform live. And trust me, they'll love you for it. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back into the music one more time. And when we return, we'll be back with the final segment for the Tuesday Night Special for this week, right after this. So don't go watching those infomercials just yet, folks, and stay tuned.